In the opening scene, two cops are transporting a felon named Krug along a dark road. The cops become engrossed in their conversation. Meanwhile, Krug is looking around, seemingly expecting someone to come along. As the car halts at the train crossing, a pickup truck violently collides with it. Two masked figures emerge, and one of them shoots the driver dead. The male figure is Francis, Krug's brother, and the second is Sty, Francis's girlfriend. Krug brutally hangs the final cop, showing him a picture of his own daughter as he dies. Next, we meet Mari, a competitive swimmer who is striving to improve her personal time, with her mother, Emma, standing by to support her. Emma goes to fetch her husband, John, who works as a surgeon at a local hospital. In preparation for the family's upcoming road trip, Mari drives while John catches some rest in the back seat, and soon they arrive at their beautiful lakeside home. Mari settles into the guest house while John and Emma move into the main house. Mari visits a fishing house on the lake, where she witnesses some men boating. She then goes for a swim in the waters. The following day, Mari wants to borrow the car to meet up with her friend Paige. While Emma is reluctant, John willingly throws her the keys, gives her cash, and tells her to have fun. Emma promises to call while she is out. Mari heads into town, where Paige works as a cashier at a local store. The two catch up on their lives and the death of Mari's brother, Ben. While they chat, a boy named Justin comes to grab some snacks. Paige acts overly friendly towards the stranger, even introducing Mari to him. Justin wants to buy cigarettes, but since he doesn't have an ID, he invites Paige to his motel, where he has some premium items available. Paige accepts his offer and gives him the cigarettes. The three then head over to Justin's motel, and Paige follows him inside. As Mari waits in the car, she realizes that she has no signal. Mari gets impatient and also heads inside, where she sees Paige smoking on the bed with Justin. Paige then coaxes Mari to smoke with them, and she gives in. Mari gets a call from Emma, who wonders what time she plans to return, but Mari wants to spend the night with Paige. Emma starts to object, but the connection deteriorates, and the call ends abruptly. Soon, Paige and Mari become agitated and start inquiring about Justin's family. He does not share much information with them and quickly changes the subject. Justin appears to have a fondness for Mari, and Paige starts to play matchmaker. Suddenly, the door opens, and Francis, Sty, and Krug, who turns out to be Justin's father, enter. Justin nervously introduces the girls, but they can sense that something is off. Krug then punches Justin in the stomach, mad at him for bringing unknown people to their room. He shows him a newspaper with Krug and Sty's pictures. The girls attempt to exit the room, vowing to remain silent, but the guys, having seen their faces, refuse to let them go. Paige starts losing it and freaks out. She locks herself in the bathroom and tries signaling for help, but Francis grabs her and knocks her out. Mari pleads for Justin to say something, but Justin simply says, "Sorry." Krug chastises him for being aware of their predicament but still involving the girls and demands that he accept responsibility for his actions, compelling him to look directly into Mari's eyes. The group loads up in Mari's truck and sets out. After a while, they pull off onto a dirt track and are not sure which direction to take. Seeing an opportunity, Mari gives them directions directly back to the cabin while secretly pressing the cigarette lighter. As soon as the cigarette lighter heats up, Mari unexpectedly assaults Sty and attempts to flee. The confusion distracts Krug, causing him to run off the road and crash into a few trees. Francis, his nose completely broken, unleashes his rage on Mari and Paige. Sty is furious about her burnt face and tries attacking Mari, but Paige hits her with a log and takes off running. Francis and Sty pursue her relentlessly. Paige manages to hide from them briefly beneath a tree root, but before she can get to a construction site nearby, Francis and Sty drag her back. They bring her back to the group. And Krug decides it's time for Justin to become a man and pick one of the girls. Justin is reluctant, so Krug drags him over to a restrained Mari and forces him to fondle her. Paige calls him pathetic, so Krug goes over to her, stabbing her in the stomach while Francis stabs her in the back, leaving her to bleed out. Mari holds her as she dies, but she has no time to mourn as Krug rips her clothes off and begins to have his way with her. She begs Justin for help, but Francis stops him from moving. Krug then rips off Mari's necklace, tosses it aside, and Justin picks it up once Krug is done. Mari struggles to her feet with a rock hidden in her hand. She slams the rock into Krug's face, then sprints towards the lake. Mari tries to swim for her life, with Krug shooting at her. Mari nearly escapes, but a bullet strikes her in the back, leaving her to bleed out in the water. There is a storm coming in, and the rain begins to pour, so the four start looking for a place to shelter. John and Emma are having dinner when there is a heavy knock at the door. The four individuals claim to have been involved in an accident. The couple invites them inside, and John helps Francis with his broken nose while Emma prepares hot chocolate for the group. The lights go out, and John leaves to start the generator, leaving Emma inside with the group. Emma starts getting a negative vibe from the group but holds it together and keeps a conversation with them. John soon returns and gets back to stitching Francis's nose. Emma hands Justin his chocolate in a red cup, and he starts glaring at his family. It turns out Mari is not dead and weakly crawls from the lake. When Justin sees Mari's pictures and realizes Emma and John are her parents, he excuses himself to the kitchen. He almost passes out from the stress and rushes to the bathroom to break down. Krug arrives to counsel him to remain silent and avoid revealing their identity. Justin, now filled with guilt, leaves Mari's necklace next to the red cup he drank from. He turns to look at Krug. But Krug hasn't yet realized his mistake. Emma and John grant the group permission to stay in the guest house for the night. As they close, they hear banging outside and investigate. Outside on the porch, they are shocked to see a battered and wounded Mari, hanging on to life, is brought inside where John must restore her breathing. Emma rushes to gather supplies. Upon spotting Mari's necklace next to Justin's cup, she begins to suspect that her guests might not be visitors after all. Realizing Mari's assault, John tends to her wounds and nearly breaks down. The fluid building up in her lungs forces him to improvise with various items. As the parents try to wrap their heads around what is happening, Emma shows John Mari's necklace. John and Emma's tears soon turn into rage, and the two decide that tonight they must be prepared to do anything to survive and bring Mari to a hospital. John rushes to the docks where he sees a boat but finds no keys. While Krug and the others settle into bed, Justin starts examining his gun. Once he gets up for the bathroom, Justin makes his move. He creeps into the room as Sty is sleeping and steals the pistol. When John returns, he and Emma divide up and begin searching for the boat keys. Francis, who has come in to get beer, startles Emma as she searches for the boat keys. She cannot allow him to see Mari, so Emma pretends to flirt with him, claiming John is asleep upstairs. She successfully maintains his attention while she fetches him wine and glasses. John is hunting for the keys in the shed when the sight of his tools starts to give him ideas. At the guest house, Francis believes he is about to make a breakthrough with Emma. He enters another room and is shocked to see Mari, but Emma smashes him over the head with a bottle, then stabs him in the chest. Francis tries to fight back but suddenly runs into John. He tries to call for help, but John repossesses the work on his nose before dragging him back into the kitchen. Emma and John then drag him to the sink and hold his head under the dishwasher. When he puts his hand in the sink, John turns on him, crushing his fingers before killing him with a hammer to the head. The two then head over to the main house and sneak inside. John, armed with a fire poker, and Emma, with a kitchen knife, get close to the room where Sty and Krug are still in bed. They then see Justin holding Krug's gun, and he offers it to them. John sneaks over and takes the gun, shooting Sty in the neck as she wakes. Krug and Sty fight back, and Krug manages to jump through a window and run to the main house. Sty locks herself inside the bathroom. As John comes after her, he breaks the door in, and the two end up in a struggle. Even Justin attempts to fight her but is knocked down shortly. Emma simply shoots her in the eye. At the main house, Krug stumbles upon Francis's body, realizing the mess he has gotten himself into. John leaves the gun with Emma and rushes back to the house with his fire poker in hand. He enters the dark house and begins searching for Krug but sees no one. It turns out Emma has moved Mari to the boat and is waiting for John. John begins calling for Krug to show himself, knowing that he is hiding somewhere. Krug calls out to him, wondering how John and Emma found them out. He suspects it was Justin and tells John he'll get him back for Francis. Krug slips into another room where he sees Emma by the lake. John swiftly ascends the stairs and enters a room with an open window, only to find Krug lurking nearby and ambushing him. The two initiate a fight, with John not faring well against Krug, who even kicks him down to the ground floor. Krug approaches him with a poker in hand, taunting John for his failed efforts. He begins to beat John brutally. He then tells John that he enjoyed Emma and is about to strike the finishing blow when Justin holds a gun to Krug's head, telling him to stop. Justin is unable to shoot, so Krug smacks the gun away and stabs Justin in the stomach with a poker. Just then, both Emma and John beat Krug down and hit him over the head. They then return to Mari, and the family departs from the boathouse accompanied by Justin, whom they had rescued. Later, Krug wakes up in the cabin with John standing over him. He has paralyzed Krug from the neck down. John then places Krug's head inside a microwave, telling him that everything will be okay. Krug's head begins to smoke before exploding. Thanks for watching. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe for more of these recaps. Until next time, have a nice day.